Hey there, and if you're watching the replay, welcome to the Iron Horse Model Railroad. We appreciate you being here. Thank you very much. This is the Majestic Mountain Cabin. We put all this together in the episode on yesterday. So if you did want to see the whole thing get assembled, you might want to pause this right here because we're going to do some finishing touches on this today. And go back and watch yesterday's stream. It's only about 70 minutes long, I guess, and it shows the assembly process from the ground up on this. I already had it painted and everything, but other than that, we're just going to come in. I forgot to do a couple windows on this thing on the bottom here and here that I'm going to do. I've already done these. I don't know how well you can see them or not. Yeah, you can see the glare there. But like I didn't do the door hole, and you could see that it's not done. But I forgot to do this one, and I forgot to do this one. And I've got to put the door frames and the doors on the bottom. And up here. Bottom on both sides and up here. And then I've got to put the front porch roof on and the beams that hold that up. And then we'll be doing a little weathering. Let's see what we got. Huh. Says oh wow, I got really poor connection. That's not good to hear. Let's see here. Okay. Hey, the Closet Branch, how you doing? Good to see you. It is telling me that I have a poor connection right now, so if the camera gets bad or you get to buffering or anything, I would appreciate it if you let me know. Because what I've done is I set the stream. Oh, I forgot to change the text. I hope I have audio and you can hear me. But what I did is I set the stream to do vertical and horizontal, and I'm scared that that's taking a good bit of resources up. And so I could have a problem with camera quality and stuff. If I do have audio and you could hear me, I would appreciate you letting me know. And I do thank you for being here and joining us. And I'm getting ready to do a little work on this guy. I think I'm going to do the two windows I forgot first. And then I'm probably going to put the doors on. Well, let me explain. I'm glad you asked. I designed this on Tinkercad, and I 3D printed it. And I did this for a friend of mine, actually a customer, right? I didn't know her before the fact. And good, thank you. Hey Lee, good to see you, man. And so this was ordered by another customer a couple years ago in a different size. And then I have Etsy and eBay stores. So all the stuff I design, I put on Etsy and eBay in T scale, Z scale, N scale, HO scale, S scale, and now O scale because I got a new printer on the way. So I can do 1 to 450 through 1 to 48 for all my models. I got 22 of them, and I put them on Etsy and eBay. This is Z-scale for a customer that purchased it. But you asked, I am starting to model in Z-scale because I'm getting ready to do a new layout up here in the garage. And it's going to be a multi-scale layout that's going to have more. It's going to have Z, N, and HO in it. And Z is going to be at the top, N in the middle, HO at the bottom. And it's a big, long project, but we're going to start the Z part here in the next couple months. I'm also working on another Z-scale, a miniature self-contained Z-scale layout that I'm going to be making. Alice, AJ, and I are going to be making up here in the print room. And we're going to be filming all that as well. So I am going to be doing some Z-scale stuff. The Z-scale stuff for the self-contained layout will happen pretty soon too. The Z-scale stuff for the garage layout, and that'll be up in the air. It's like a shelf basically is what it'll be, and I'll be filming all that. That'll be starting real soon too. And then, of course, once that Z gets done up there, we'll be dropping down and doing the N again. So I'll be back in N scale again after I get the 12-foot section done. I got a 12-foot section of Z scale that I'm doing. I had the camera on the model, but I've got a 12-foot section of Z scale I'm doing, and so I could probably be showing more on that in the future. But we got to get through the Christmas orders, which is we're not complaining about that. So I got this in Z scale to do. I have a Z scale ski lodge to do next, followed by just so happens to be I've got another assembly for a Z scale warehouse. Going to get all those out before Christmas. Ironically, I have another assembly that I have to do that's a Z scale cabin. Which one is that? That is the Mountain Chalet, the big one. I've got a Mountain Chalet I'm doing in Z scale that's assembled as well, but I'm not going to get that one done before Christmas. So I'll be on tonight doing this, tomorrow and Wednesday. Well, tomorrow I can't. I didn't think about that. I got soccer practice. Wednesday we'll be hitting the ski lodge hard, and Thursday we'll be trying to get the ski lodge done, packed up so it can go out Friday. And hopefully we'll see what we can do. Got to get these things. I want to get them to these people who got them before Christmas. I don't have to. I leave myself a good bit of time, and this one, for example, doesn't even have to ship out until Christmas Eve. But I'm going to get it out early. The ski lodge is not even scheduled to ship out until the first week of January, but I promised the customer I'm going to do everything in my power to get the Z-Scale ski lodge to her before Christmas because it's a gift. And then the same deal with the warehouse. The warehouse doesn't have to be shipped out until the 30th of December, but I'm going to try to get it out for the 19th so we can get it there for the 24th. We'll see what we can do. Without further ado, then, I got enough work where I need to hush. But I do appreciate both of y'all being in here and hanging out with me, and I'm going to go ahead and knock this thing out. They ordered this with a light weather, and I've done a little bit of weathering to it, but I'm going to have to do a little more. I would love to be able to just call this one done and get to the ski lodge right now, but I'm not going to be able to do that. It's got some. I can't quit on them. It's still got some work needs to be done. I use canopy glue for my windows, and I use it whether it be whatever scale it be, as a matter of fact. On the larger scales, I do it a little differently, and if the model is already put together like this, then I cake around the edges with the glue, and then I draw it together where they catch, and they'll make the thing. I like to do these when they're flat, and I put tape behind them. I got a video on all that too. But when they're up here in the air, when they're assembled already, and so they're not, when the walls are not flat, all I do is just put a little dot on the parchment, and I'm going to use a, that's an old toothpick. I'm going to use a toothpick to see if I can show y'all. It'll be a little harder to do from over here. But so I just coat the edges. Once you get the edges coated well in the corners, and you know you've got glue all the way around the edge, you can kind of start working it in. And then what happens is it catches and pulls together, and it stretches all the way across the window, and then it'll dry thin and clean. We'll flip to the other side, and I might not have enough glue down here. I don't think I do. Close. Oh, so close to getting it. Gotta get a little more glue. Soda bottles in N scale. And they, hey there, John. And they do have to be individual, right? They can't be on a like a platform or a base of any kind. They need to be totally by themselves. Correct? I do have a resin printer, but soda bottles are gonna be tough to do in the 1 to 160, man, even with resin. Now, I imagine it can be done, um, and I imagine we could try it. But God, that's gonna be small. I don't know. How big would that actually be? Now, like I know I could do more like a rack of them if you wanted a case of bottles or a 12 pack of bottles, possibly even a 6 pack. But you're still so small. Um, Again, I would have to look into it, and then I wouldn't mind looking into it. But that is super. I mean, you know this. You already know everything I'm saying. It's super small, and it would be really hard. Um, it'd be hard to wash it. I mean, it's so small. It would be tough to clean it and cure it. Even it seems like. John, what are you thinking on this? I'm very curious. 1.45. So 1.45. So let's just say if they were even big at like 1.6, 1.75 maybe. Yeah, John, in your experience, because you're an experienced resin printer, what are you thinking on that? I'm wondering if it would be able to hold on to the supports. I'm wondering if once you took it off the supports, um, all right, what would make that shape? I think you'd be. I do. I almost think. Well, I'd like to hear what John has to say. John's 3D printer, I don't think, is currently knocking stuff out, but he can. He does have an opinion, and he probably could guide me on my thinking, on feeling on it. I'm wondering. The supports would be the problem, and that's the problem I'm coming to. See, I don't know if you're familiar with resin printing, but it's got to have something to hold on to, obviously. And I don't know that that's going to hold on to the support. And if it does, even getting it off the support could affect the shape of the bottle as well. Yes, sir. John has both filament and resin. He just doesn't talk about them, or I don't know that he uses them a whole lot, to be honest. He probably should use them more. Now this is filament here, but You know, that's a 6.5 foot door frame right there. Ooh, it's lagging good, man. From what I can tell, I'm watching on the. Oh, I got an excellent connection though. From what I'm seeing, y'all are a good bit behind me, but that's okay. I guess it did that. What's wrong with your filament printer, Chief? Is it just easy maintenance that you just hadn't felt like doing? Oh, for sure. For sure the support would be bigger than the actual bottle, but that doesn't mean anything. Yeah, that we can still deal with that. It's that because it's so small, if it doesn't hold on to it, the print's going to fail. If the bottle doesn't hold on to the supports, the print's going to fail. The bottle is so small that, oh, okay, I might have one. I have to look. So, what would have to happen is that little bottle, like, here's the supports and here's the bottle, right? And however it's oriented to the supports. But the bottle's so small, it's not going to have much to hold on to the support with. And what happens is the resin plate comes down and it hits the bottom and the light flashes it. And then it pulls up and it's pressed down into this film. So there's this suction when it comes up, and you can even hear it sometimes like that pop up. And what's going to happen is the force of that suction, John and I are thinking, is going to pull that bottle off the supports. And if the bottle comes off the supports, the print will fail and the bottle won't finish, and the bottle's going to be stuck to the film at the bottom and not the supports. Then you got to clean the whole printer out because the bottle's stuck to the film at the bottom. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. I've got this set up on the model and not me because it's Monday, and I really didn't know that I was going to get into a discussion with anybody, and Closet Branch came on, and I hadn't shut up since he's been here. Or I would have probably had the camera back where it was, but I did want a closer view on the model when I was working and not when I was talking. I need another camera, really, is what I need. And I've got one, too. I just have to plug it in and set it up. Alright, so let's do this and get these doors off. I want to get the doors on, then I'm going to weather some, then I'm going to put the porch on. Well, unfortunately, I get stuff stuck to my plate about twice a week. So I'm pretty used to it. It happens fairly frequently, unfortunately, but I'm not real. My specialty is simple filament printing on a simple machine with a simple CAD program that I use, and all my stuff's pretty simple. Now, what I figure I'm going to do with this bamboo thing is, I wonder if the bamboo. Oh, okay. Maybe it's to the bottom of the bottle and stick to the raft. Wonder if my new bamboo printer would do that. Because if you could get it in filament, it would be easy. I wonder if that new bamboo will be dialed in good enough. I tell you what, Dads, I won't mind trying that at all. That's something I'll for sure try for you. I got a new filament printer coming that's kind of more a professional level compared to my other ones, and I'm thinking that if it can do it, I don't know if it can. It's really small, but resin would be more likely to do it, but it's just having to figure out how. But what John's thinking is that maybe we could try to do it without the supports. Well, I don't know that it would do it. I don't know that it would do it well, but I think it might do it. I mean, if you got a 0.4 millimeter nozzle, what did you say? 0.4 was the diameter? I don't know if it would do it. It might look like all one blob. Um, well, he doesn't do anything. What about the mini prints guy, John? Does he do anything like that? I mean, I don't think he'll do it unless he's already done it. Like, I don't think he does requests or anything. But I just know he's been in the resin game a lot longer than everybody else. And so maybe you could probably set the supports to that size, even if they're not. You know, if you got, if they're, I think the supports are a little bigger, but you could do the light supports on something, and I wonder if I've got any. Um, Let me see. Doors on the ring. Do I have? I think I've thrown them away. I don't really keep much. The resin is toxic. Well, the water soluble, I guess, isn't as bad, but because it's toxic, I don't leave any of the supports or trash or anything laying around, and I try to clean up after myself so good that I don't think I have anything with supports. So, do you see the handrails on this stair railing? No, you're not bothering me. Look, that's what we do around here, right? So look here. I almost wonder if I could go in and make one side of these fatter, like a bottle, graduated maybe, and then you could print it like this, break it off, and then cut these pieces off, leaving just your inside centerpiece. But wait, how tall was that supposed to be? John, you said, where did I do it? I just had my measuring thingy. Yeah. 1.5 ain't long. Let's see. Whoa. don't know. That's the thing. Yeah, you'd have to cut them, but see, 2 millimeters is a little less than half of that. So really, I mean, I don't know how thick they are. Need a caliper. They're not quite a well, they're almost a 0.5 millimeter thick. So this is about as thick as it would be. So this is what you're looking at from there to the base. Pretty much. Wow, that's small. I don't know if I'm that big of a man to do something that small. Now, what I think is that we need to think of, hey Jeff, how you doing, man? Good to see you. We need to think of an everyday object that could be used for this model. And that, my friend, that is where John is really good. I'm expecting him to come up with something. He's got a puzzle. He likes these puzzles too, I think. He doesn't admit it, but I think he likes these puzzles. What could we use as an everyday, that we have as an everyday object laying around the house that we probably got, what do you say? Yeah, I usually model in N scale, Jeff. This is for a customer. So, I am going to do a little bit. I hope this isn't too dark. I better be careful. Let's hit this chimney. There we go. Yeah, you're right. So again, we need to kind of think of something. What is that small that you could taper, or that would already be naturally tapered? Naturally tapered would be best. I'm even thinking like spaghetti, like angel hair pasta. But that's probably still too thick. And you need to be able to see a little bit of variation in size. A sewing needle cut down the length. I keep picking this up out of the camera. It's pretty small. On that vertical side, it's really small. John, that is a good idea. The tip of the needle tapers the end. You could put a cap on it with something. Yeah. The needle tip of the needle is tapered. These are Tamiya pastels. And this is just, I'm just trying to make this not look new. I'm going to knock the shine off of it. I don't want it to look like a toy. Whether it is or not. Well, I actually think that if you could get, if you could cut a needle the right height and then put a lid on it, your neck is already the right color, I would say. The silver would already kind of look clear, and then you would just do the bottom part with your coloration. Get a discolor the top somehow with a slightly larger thing for the lid. Alright, I've got a good color for this right here. Right here. Because I've already done it on the top. Uh-oh. The strings, um, yeah, like the little pieces that we pull off the deck at the beginning. But I think the needle is actually probably the best idea that we've come up that not we. I think the needle is probably the I mean with the top tapering at the end like that, you would probably cut the very tip and then cut the very tip off, but where it's still tapering, and then somehow I got to figure out a way to get a lid on there. I'm trying not to slide off into those windows. There we go. Oh my gosh, you've been on this for a minute. Have you ever tried anything like the needle? Uh-oh. It's a little aggressive there. I think that I think that a common household object, something like that. I mean, even like this toothpick. It's just I feel like the toothpick's too big. It's too fat. Um, I don't know. Let's see. Well, now I won't be able to. There it is. Alright, Dats. Let's see, what does that come to? Way too big. But what if you only just used the top portion of that? To literally be like there. That's a slightly oversized bottle right there, the tip of that toothpick. I nipped the very top. Toothpick's a good thing that's easy to paint, too. Oh, you've used toothpicks for HO scale bottles. Okay, John. So do they make a thinner toothpick? Or could you even thin your own to like kind of whittle and thin it? You could almost thin it yourself. That's worth a shot, I would think. I mean, you might have already tried that, Dad. Oh, okay. Hit the doors a little bit. I can't get a little of this out of there. Alright. Yeah, I like HO scale doors better. I like putting HO scale models together better too, but I don't like 3D printing them better. They take forever compared to these. A Z scale model will print in 4 hours, whereas a HO scale model will take 4 days. I wonder. Hey, Klondike, how's it going, man? Good to see you. I wonder, could I? No, it doesn't fit. No, doggone it. I should have done that. Alright. Now let's get the cleanup taken care of. If we hold our mouth just right, this will sit where it belongs. Y'all getting buffering at home, men? It's showing me I don't have a great connection right now. I might stop doing the vertical thing if it's gonna give me if that's gonna cause those problems. I just picked the option because it doesn't hurt. Thought it didn't. Let's see here. Right here. Alright. Z scale supports aren't found a full with. Shoot. These aren't my good tweezers. I think my good ones are downstairs too. And I'm way. That was bad. That could very possibly create a whole new print right there. Wow. I'm going to give that a look real quick, y'all, before I have to go print a whole nother thing. Jeez. Man, that piece just flew across the room in a real bad way. I don't think I'm finding that thing. Alright. Improvisation. I'm glad. Thank you for telling me, because I'm showing poor, but that's cool. We'll try this again, and I made a backup with a toothpick, and I will come in and paint that thing. Uh-oh. That ain't gonna work. It's too big. I'm gonna have to do another one of these on the other side. And that was too tall. Well, I managed to screw this up right at the end where I was done and had, what, 2 more pieces to put in? And now I've got to go back to the damn 3D printer, the CAD design, then the 3D printer, then 3D printer, then, not happy about that. I got my flashlight and I'm on the ground, and I have a feeling that my search will be in vain. But I was wrong. I think I found it. Either that or I found another old one that I had lost previously, because that sure didn't look like it was in the same spot. Let's put this back. After pulling that out, which I shouldn't have done. Keep doing things I shouldn't do. Alright. That's not straight. Alright. Oh, it started lagging? Thank you, John. Let me know if it continues or if maybe it comes to a halt. Hopefully it will. I don't know if it's my crappy computer or a combination of the two. What time we got? 5:41. Alright. Cool. Thank you. Yeah, just don't jinx it if you can help it. Alright. I do see. And I was wanting to go start on the ski lodge. I don't know if that's going to happen tonight or not. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Yeah, I mean, I'm showing a fair connection. It's just saying it's not receiving enough, which it's probably trying to send out two separate streams at once, which is too much for my old computer. No, I need to hold off on that for a minute, maybe. I really want to start that ski lodge, but I do need to allow myself to eat and stuff. That's important. And like I said, tomorrow is soccer practice in the evening, so I wouldn't be able to. That's really the only reason I'm worried about it. I've remembered that I got soccer practice tomorrow, and I can't work on this tomorrow afternoon. Ooh. Alright. It is time to stop, I think, because I'm messing up stuff. So I gotta go from excellent to poor. I don't get it on the connection. Mm. I just want to get this in there, and then I'm gonna go eat. All right. We're gonna let that dry. And I want to thank y'all for being here, Stephen, Klondike, John, the Closet Branch. I really appreciate you for coming with me today while I put this thing together. It is time for me to go get something to eat. And I will look forward to seeing y'all on Wednesday. I'll be coming back in on Wednesday. to finish up. Hopefully, I'll be doing more than starting the ski lodge. But if I hadn't started the ski lodge on Wednesday, boy, it'll be time to get moving on it. So I'll see y'all Wednesday afternoon. Thank you for joining me. Appreciate you. Thanks, man. It looks all right. Appreciate you saying that. And it's pretty close for me ready to box it up, though. They don't want a ton of weathering done to it, so I'm not going to do a whole lot more. Thank you for the kind words. Good to see each and every one of y'all. Y'all take care. Have a good night. See y'all on Wednesday.